Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Thursday, the 13th of June, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Ministers' team edge out veterans, and in our feature for this evening, Federation teams knocked out of Masters finals. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Everybody have a good time. We're enjoying ourselves. We're having fun.
Love, passion, pride. Culturama 45. The Caribbean's greatest summer line. We are alive from July 26th to August 6th.
Well, I'm back, and we start with basketball. As part of the activities for the Malcolm Gishard Memorial Week, a basketball match was played on the evening of Sunday, 9th June. The Ministers' team, which included Premier Mark Brantley and Honorable Troy Liburd, engaged the Veterans team in an intriguing contest. The two ministers of government showed glimpses of the LeBron James and Kevin Durant and secured some critical points for their team. In the final analysis, the ministers' team won by a mere 6 points. Game summary: Ministers 33, CG Veterans 27. Ministers 33 points, Robert Morton 12 points, 4 rebounds, Stevenson Providence 2 points, 5 rebounds, and Diohen Jackson 11 points and 6 rebounds. For the veterans, with their 27 points, Clifford Parry, he got 10 points and 5 rebounds. Jonathan France, 6 points, 9 rebounds, and DNL Parry, 4 points with 2 rebounds. That must have been really exciting. Sticking with basketball, another exciting encounter was played in the Malcolm Gishard Basketball League on the evening of Thursday, 6 June at the Churchground Hard Court. The Mark Brantley City Massives came up against the Troy Liburd Dynamics. At the sound of the final whistle, the Mark Brantley City Massives emerged the winners by 5 points. Game summary: the Mark Brantley City Massive 65, Troy Liburd Dynamics 60. First quarter, City Massive 16, Dynamics 9. Second quarter, Massives 19, Dynamics 14. Third quarter, Massives 15, Dynamics 12. Final quarter, Dynamics 25, Massives 15. Halftime score 35-23 in favor of the Mark Brantley City Massives. For the Massive, Floyel Stapleton 14 points, 16 rebounds. Matthew Harding 14 points, 16 rebounds. Interesting. Jason Williams 15 points, 9 rebounds. Robert Morton 14 points and 1 rebound. For the Dynamics team, Craig Angle 13 points, 12 rebounds. Kijari Huggins 13 points, 5 rebounds. Diohen Jackson 12 points and 8 rebounds. Tyreek Freeman put in 4 points and 4 rebounds. And with some more basketball news. The National Bank New Attitude A Division basketball playoffs got underway on the evening of Tuesday, 11th June in St. Kitts. 2 games were played that evening, and the results are as follows. ASC Jayhawks defeated Pulse Stars 90-38. For the Jayhawks, Leroy Wilkinson 17 points, 17 rebounds. Cheslin Hutton 13 points, 8 rebounds. Nakai Keynes 13 points and 2 rebounds. For the Pulse Stars, Danny Isles 12 points, 5 rebounds. Brandon Govia 9 points and 8 rebounds. In Game 2, of more interest to us, Youth and Sports Eagles of Nevis defeated Newton Ground Ballers 58-48. For the Eagles, Karim Parry 21 points, 3 rebounds. Gassano Barry 15 points, 13 rebounds. And Jeffrey Lewis 9 points, 7 rebounds. For the Ballers, Jaron Elliott 10 points, 4 rebounds. James Eddy 10 points, 5 rebounds. Denver Farrell 10 points and 12 rebounds. The league is set to continue this evening, Thursday 13th June, with 2 games. Atiba Harris St. Peter's Runners engaging Inner City Phoenix at 6:30, followed by Rams Hitters versus Hotspurs Ghetto Roots at 8. The Youth and Sports Eagles of Nevis will next play on Tuesday, 18th June at 6:30 p.m. We go to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening.
Jump up, free up, bet up, no standing up. Love, passion, pride, Culturama 45, yeah. Music, folklore, pageants, and so much more. Love, passion, pride, Culturama 45.
Join us from July 25th to August 6th for the Caribbean's greatest summer line. It's Culturama 45.
Love, passion, pride, Culture, 45. Love, passion, pride. Culture, 45. Love, passion, pride. Culture, 45. Yeah. Love, passion, pride. Culture, 45.
Well, I'm back, and tonight we feature cricket. The two teams from the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis were unceremoniously knocked out of the semi-final stage of the Limca tournament. Hopes of a much-anticipated Federation finals were dashed when the two teams played poorly in their respective semi-final encounters. At Liberta, defending champions Nevis came up against a hitherto undefeated St. Thomas's team. Skipper Carl Tuckett of Nevis won the toss and elected to bowl first. The St. Thomas's team was off to a rollicking start, and after just 5 overs were on 40 for no loss. Add to that the fact that veteran all-rounder Derek Parry pulled up during his first over and limped off the field to take no further part in the match. However, the Nevian slow bowlers excelled, and that included Merlin Liebert, who had to complete Parry's over, but bowled so well that he completed a mean spell of 4 overs. The other slow bowlers in Patrick Newton, Virg Brown and Stuart Williams also bowled tightly to restrict the St. Thomas team to 133 in their 20 overs. The Nevis bowlers managed 51 dot balls, an equivalent of almost 9 overs. However, the Nevis team should have been forewarned that despite winning all of their previous games, this was indeed the highest score made by the St. Thomas team, even though it may have been considered easy pickings. Junior Duncan Mills and Merlin Liebert started well for Nevis in the first few overs, but with the St. Thomas's team opting to serve up a full menu of slow bowling, the early batsmen went into their shell, and no fewer than 63 dot balls were counted against them. That is a little more than 10 of the 20 allotted overs. By the time the batsmen realized that the game was getting away from them and started to hit out, wickets started to tumble. It was simply a case of too little, too late, and the St. Thomas's team celebrated in a big way. Summarized scores: Nevis 92 for 5 in the end. Summarized scores: St. Thomas's Masters 133 for 5 in 20. Macpherson Mead 61 not out. Joseph Collins 24. Hamish Anthony 22. Junior Anthony 24 retired. 51 dot balls. Stuart Williams 2 for 13. Dennis Clark, Virgil Brown and Wendell Wallace 1 wicket each. Nevis Masters 96 for 6 from 20. Merlin Liebert 33. Junior Duncan Mills 13. Wendell Wallace 14 not out. Bernard Thompson 10 not out, 63 dot balls. Ivan Nicholas 3 for 20. Earl Waldron, Macpherson Mead and Pierre Lewis 1 wicket each. St. Thomas winning by 37 runs. At the All Saints ground, the St. Kitts team batted first versus home team Antigua and Barbuda and were off to a great start and looked set for a big score on 88 for 2 from 12 overs when they suddenly imploded and the grand procession to and from the pavilion commenced. They got to 127, a total which the home team made small matters of. Summarized scores: St. Kitts 125 all out, Bernard Island 44, Philip Webb 19, Juni Mitchum 17, Kevin Hanley 17, Weldon Cornwall 3 for 19, F. Francis 3 for 23, H. Walsh 2 for 25, I. Gore 1 for 17. Antigua and Barbuda 126 for 1, A. Joseph 36, Trish Phillip 48, Sylvester Joseph 29, Juni Mitchum 1 for 25, Antigua Barbuda winning by 9 wickets. We go now to All Saints and we pick up the action, that's at Liberta, where we pick up the action with Nevis coming up against St. Thomas. Hope you love these highlights. First ball of this very important contest. Dennis Clark bowls. He's punching it through the outside. That's vacant areas down there. Patrick Newton is chasing after it and gets around and pulls it in, and they get 2. Still trying to find him in the field as the ball gets shot. Williams diving away to his left, and that would be another wide as Wendell Wallace comes into the picture to bowl. That's a beautiful shot. This time he stood up and played an orthodox pull shot. 8 for no loss. Moves in now to bowl. He's flashing this one, well stopped by Virg Brown, who has just been placed in that general area. As he moves in once more to bowl. Again, he's outside, he's flashing it hard, and this time, even though the man is deep, he goes back for the point, slashes it for 4. So the same general line, but too short on that occasion. In the air, caught by Carl Tuckett, wicket number 2 goes. He was driving eerily, and Carl Tuckett moved smartly to pluck it out of the air. And that's wicket number 2. Dennis Clark has struck. So Waldron comes back. He's not going to be out there too long today. Had a very close call with his very first ball. And maybe, just maybe, it's a case of poetic justice as he walks back. And well caught by Carl Tuckett off the bowling of Dennis Clark. Into bowl. He's beaten again as he swings. Again, he needs a contract with the windmill. Again, another dot ball. So Stuart Williams holding it tight against a mighty hitter in the final over. And bowling very well indeed. Looks as if something is going to give here. As he moves in now, Williams flattened in the ear. Somebody should be getting on there. That looks like Rakesh. Takes the catch. And Hamish Anthony perishes. Oh, here goes once more. It's going to be Lewis now to bowl to Junior Duncan Mills. Here he goes. Both short and pulls it away. Fine. That's going to go for 4. So a rank long hop again by Lewis. And he has started with 3 very short balls and pulled away by Junior Duncan Mills for 4.
You gotta get back to somebody to make a decision.
Here goes once more. Moves in out. Short again, pulled away. And that's nobody's down there. Lots of acreage. Just going for another 4. So 4 more, another short ball. And he has started very badly, Lewis. Another 4. So here goes once more. Lewis, this time flighting, is driving into the offside. Well stopped. This time he looped it up and driven into the offside. Can't score. So has to watch carefully that he doesn't get carried away. Full toss, high full toss too. That should be a no ball. Let's see if the signal will come. There's no ball signal, but that was very high indeed. Here goes once more, Waldron. Moving in out to bowl. Ball in line, but hits it just out of reach of Waldron. He was leaping in the air and must have touched his fingertips really, because seems very disappointed. Maybe did something to himself in the process because he was bending over. But I think got a little fingertip onto it. And the score is 58 now. And they're scoring very slowly indeed. He moves in out to bowl to Tuckett. Tuckett is down the track, turns it into the onside. They're thinking 2. They should be thinking 2. The man is just trudging. But they too are trudging. More than likely, but rushes through in the end. And they pick up 2. So he was really moving like a freight train. Well, not a freight train, as if a freight train was pulling him back. George. And they got 2 very easily in the end. But it looks as if they would have settled for 1 very early. He goes now to bowl. It looked as if he was looking for the big heave. Initially Tuckett, and later they came down solidly in defense. So even though you want them to go after the bowling, they still have to pick the right deliveries to do so. He goes now, moves into bowl. Well done. He's going high. Somebody's getting on there. Is he? Takes the catch. He's gone. Carl Tuckett perishes sadly. Went for the big heave, and I think he had to do it. He had to go after the bowling. As we hear the screams and the shouts from the St. Thomas camp. So went high in the air really, and so pressure bust pipe, as they say. Neve is floundering here because they are behind the 8 ball and trying to hit their way out of it and struggling really. So let's see if Burnett Nutsy Thompson can step up, and how will he handle it. So Lewis will bowl the final over. Can we get some excitement in terms of a couple of big heaves? That might console the Nevis fans. Who knows? Well, let us see something take strike. Hits it in the air. The man is coming in. He's gone. Oh my goodness, that was a hopeless effort there. Should have been caught. The man was just running in and just waiting for it to land. A more agile fielder, more agile master. VI run things is the call. They're celebrating. Backs away, punches it down towards long off, and he's going to get behind it, stop it easily. And they're celebrating. One more nail in the coffin. Really enjoying the moment. He moves in now to bowl. He's driving again powerfully, but again picks out the man at the long off. Just can't get the boundaries. Not even for a grand finale. The drizzle eased up and has come back slightly. Pretty sad. Pretty says she's very sad. Moves in now to bowl. Swings it, picks out the man at mid-wicket, George, and they'll get a single. So he's scoring in singles, big hits, but not going anywhere. Seems as if there's a fielder everywhere on the field because they just can't get the boundaries. So moves in once more to bowl. Can we get a 6 to finish? Dab and a miss. Dabs at it. Can't score.
Come here, Gary. Gary.
Moves in once more. The umpire stops him for the moment. The drizzle coming down a little harder, as if shedding tears for the Nevis team and the supporters. As Lewis prepares to bowl, moves in now to bowl to Thompson, who swings and just picks out the man at mid-wicket, and that effectively ends the match. St. Thomas has won very convincingly, and that ends the Nevis quest for trophy honors this year, as the St. Thomas supporters rush onto the field in celebration. Well, better luck next time, Team Nevis. That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.